Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Media News. The headlines. Former ECZ Vice-Chairperson challenges the termination of her contract by President HH. LUSAKA landlord removes the door to compel the tenant to vacate the house. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Istana yafika yakupende chalo akamwana kanono nomsepela kuikala chapamo kulibe kumunzi kulibe mutauni kumatero.
The Zambia Statistics Agency will this year conduct the 2021 census across the country. The census aims to count people in households, rural and urban, hospitals, military, police and correctional facilities. This numbering will extend to hotels, farms, as well as high-density areas with different families sharing a house and those in transitory locations. Every person in the country matters and should be counted because the census will benefit all, from migrants, refugees and street children, homeless people, the young and the old people, as well as persons with disabilities. Everyone counts. This message is brought to you by the Zambia Statistics Agency.
Did you know you can apply for empowerment funds in form of grants or loans through CDF? Project application forms shall be obtained free of charge from the local authority, parliamentary constituency office, any public institution in the constituency or identified financial institution, as well as the local authority website. Application forms must be typed or filled in a clear handwriting. For more information on how to apply and access empowerment, visit your local authority or our website www.sezambia.org/CDF. Remember, CDF is your money. Take active part in how it is used and managed. This message is brought to you by the Alliance for Community Action.
And now the media news in detail. Former Electoral Commission of Zambia Vice-Chairperson Emily Sikazwe has petitioned government in the Constitutional Court, seeking an order that the decision by the Republican President Hakainde Hichilema to prematurely terminate her employment as Vice-Chairperson of ECZ is null and void.
Unsatisfied with a recent termination of a contract as Vice-Chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, Emily Sikazwe has rushed to the Constitutional Court, where she has petitioned government over a dismissal from ECZ by the Republican President Hakainde Hichilema. On the 7th of June 2022, President Hichilema notified Ms. Sikazwe of her expiration of contract and non-renewal of tenure. However, in her petition before the Constitutional Court, the former ECZ Vice-Chairperson alleges that President Hakainde Hichilema has breached constitutional provisions in relation to Article 216 and Article 242, as well as Section 5.3 and 6.1 of the Electoral Commission Act No. 25 of 2016, as amended by Act No. 5 of 2019 of the Electoral Commission Act by replacing the rule of law with the rule of man. Ms. Sikazwe cited the Attorney General as the respondent in her petition and has further submitted that on the 17th of June 2015, she was appointed as ECZ Commissioner, which was ratified by Parliament, and on the 16th of June 2020, she was appointed as ECZ Vice-Chairperson by former President Edgar Lungu, which appointment was ratified on the 30th of September 2020. And she entered into a contract of employment with the Electoral Commission of Zambia on the 7th of October 2020. In her petition before the Constitutional Court, states that by Clause 2.0 of the said contract, her tenure of office was to run from the 6th of October 2020 to the 5th of October 2027. She now wants an order that President Hichilema contravened Article 216 and Article 242 of the Constitution, Chapter 1 of the Laws of Zambia, as read with Section 5.3 and 6.1 of Act No. 25 of 2016, as amended by Act No. 5 of 2019 of the Electoral Commission Act. She is also demanding damages against the state for the President's wrongful conduct in public office. Miriam Kaimba, Reporting for Camnet TV News.
A Lusaka couple has been evicted from a house they have been renting for over 2 years by their landlord's son 12 days after giving them a verbal notice to vacate the premises. Jenny Naluyele tells Camnet News that her landlord gave her a short notice to vacate the premises and that she has been looking for a house ever since, but she has not found one yet.
A couple of Lusaka's Chawama compound might have to spend a night in a house without a door after their landlord's son hired some junkies to help him evacuate the couple out of the house they have rented for over 2 years. Jenny Naluyela tells Camnet News that she was phoned by her landlord's son on 28 August 2022, informing her that they needed to evacuate a house which they have occupied for quite some time. The woman laments that she has been looking for a place since she was told to move out of the house, but has been unlucky to find one. She says in the early hours of today, 12 September 2022, while her husband had gone for work, the landlord's son, identified as Bernard Kumwenda, stormed the house with some junkies he had hired to force the couple and their 5 children out of the house.
Last month, August. Ninalipira pa 5. So August ya mene pa 28. Depa mene manje wanantumira phone ata amke mpundu musakire nyumba. So now that I ask muna mvera nza sakira. So ine ni nyumba ni masakira. So manje mupende. Last month ninalipira pa 5 napa ni malipirira. So ino lero ni September pa 10. So ndrama yanga inasira pa 5. So 5 days nena dosa mopena gona mnyumba mwawa gona madezi ambiri kai nyuma nikaliboy pesa. So manje muona wao aenda muchibolia aleta majanki atali na masando na unachavi mahama masando vikuru na anatapewa ngena bezambo gugu za tuambo tusabi pando panchi na vintu awe na mwana ambo tusabi vintu ni mwana chokera.
Miss Naluyela adds that Mr. Kumwenda walked away with 3,000 kwacha which she had been saving with her husband for a new place they were hoping to find. She has since called on relevant authorities to help intervene in the matter.
Nizagona bwanji ndrama nenezo banka kutiba na wanu zati sakire nyumba ndrama nenezo banka yose batenga kwa mbona ngola vintu tiba chose tripi nyoza nenezo banka batenga netafuna uti nikapeza nyumba nipile in advance 2 months ina ngunukuleko bana tokuti pano nipela ngufiri vonse ndrama yose batenga Azia atapata tenga ndrama Passport TV je kuleko longola vintu ndiye manja kuchosa tabedo majanki wacho wamchura ndeza bwe na bana balandrodi babiti na mai bao balimirira bana wachosa dola banzao bamai balimiriki.
Meanwhile, Bernard Kumwenda, when reached for a comment, told this reporter that the premise was this year bought by his father, who is a retired army officer, and that the couple was given enough time to evacuate the premises, but that they have been given excuses that they have not yet found a new place to move to.
So precious futhi badalisonde utwaza chokani mu nyumba ngokuthi yajawe nyumba sitayipeze so palastinize nibeta tingabiza manje futhi kai.
Authorities have since been called upon to help settle the matter. Prudence Chota reporting for Camnet TV News.
A 74-year man of George Compound in Lusaka's Matero constituency has been left in tears after allegedly being scammed of 30 kwacha from his Airtel mobile money account.
Hey!
This old man of George Compound in Lusaka has been left heartbroken and in tears after discovering that he has been scammed of 30 kwacha by an unknown person on his Airtel mobile money account. While 30 kwacha may seem to be a small amount to some people, Hakim Mawilo, 74, narrates that losing such an amount is heartbreaking for him, as neither he nor his 6 children have any sustainable source of income. This has happened only a few days after the Zambia police on 8 September 2022 nabbed 11 people in connection to stealing money from mobile money accounts after stealing their phones and tampering with their personal identification numbers, commonly known as PIN codes. Mr. Mawilo says he received a message stating that he should send money to a number provided in the text message he had received, as the number of the message sender was problematic and could not receive money.
So lelo futhi ayisatuma phone athi indaba katumile basi mana kamba chani yoko nomba ivchishibe imbi kuti mufoni yemo ilika tuishi shashi trita limbi nintrita paneshe njangana bakabwadara so kuti mwafaisha imbi kuti asangwa ati nakamba saying that money sent to nakamba because my phone is not working.
While many youths can easily identify such messages to be scams, many senior citizens continue to fall prey to such scams.
Inela kwa phone yao kashiwa kwa phone shiwa mfya wakashiwa ndi phone yao na ndio ngakufumyenda ma I'm wasting my phone nombo yo ni nani.
While the Zambia Information Communication Technology Authority ZICTA in a recent interview said they have been sensitizing citizens, the situation on the ground indicates that sensitization needs to be enhanced, especially in communities. Zipora Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
TS Market in Lusaka's Chawama constituency of John Howard was gutted in the early hours of Monday, 12 September 2022. The fire is said to have started from an electronics shop where they repair television sets, radio and phones, among other appliances.
The destruction that fire brings upon mankind is unimaginable as it deprives the people of their livelihoods. This is TS Market in Lusaka's Chawama constituency in John Howard compound, dominated by bars. But this is a story for another day. In the early hours of Monday, 12 September 2022, people were greeted by the smoke and flames coming from the market area. Quick response from the fire brigade prevented the inferno from spreading to other shops. The most unfortunate man, who was traumatized, could not speak to the media on the fire incident, which has taken away his source of livelihood. Some eyewitnesses shared with Camnet News what transpired.
Not knowing the cause of the fire initially, but we came to dispose it off, but it was automatically, we can't destroy it unless fire brigade came through. Yeah, like that. So we tried to withdraw the things in here, which wasn't even capable of us as men. Unless the police came through, they can't as well. Different department in. Yeah. So fire brigade record 911. Is it like that? So we did it.
Thank the fire brigade of the job which they did, because if it wasn't them coming promptly, a lot of shops have been damaged.
Others say the affected person must be helped with capital.
Government wafueko mwapia fintu fya bene so wazawavota mwenze mafoni, maplasma, matv, chani so zapempa ovatanzirako wavatandizireko mwavera so that chitiziva 40 kwane achokera.
Meanwhile, Chawama Ward 3 Councillor Ponsiro Piri, who visited the scene, regrets the incident and shared that the affected people can only be assisted under the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) on the component of empowerment, knowing how hard the process is. That may not materialize anytime soon. Mr. Piri hinted that small and medium enterprises need to consider investing in insurance to remain afloat in an event of a calamity.
Everything has been gutted, and the only thing that we are waiting for is to establish the cause of fire so that we can avoid the future occurrence of such calamity. Second, it's just unfortunate that maybe as business people we're not informed and we don't have that information that we need to ensure our shops, our businesses in an event that such a thing happens. I think that's when we realize the need of ensuring the things. It's unfortunate that there was nothing that could have been salvaged. I know quite a number of people had brought in some television sets and any other appliances, which I'm sure at some point you will need to compensate. But we are just appealing to those people that they should be sympathetic with him and try to see how best they could help him.
Part
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Media News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Former ECZ Vice Chairperson challenges the termination of her contract by President HH. Lusaka landlord removes the door to compel the tenant to vacate the house. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.